Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the We Open Show. Tonight we interrupt your regularly scheduled program to drop the hammer. Stop, it's hammer time. We'll get back to the Kaldheim box later on, but tonight we got 3 collector boosters to go through. We're going to drop the hammer, see what we got. Alright, let's get to it. Now all these foil potato chips just waiting to be opened, waiting to go bendy. Get some full art cards. Now it's supposed to be between 4 and 5 rares and or mythics in each of these. Let's see how we do. Let's see how these packs are laid. Alright, so they're not reversed. Alright. Starting off with a Draugr Recruiter for that Boast Grave Digging effect. A Squash for that Giants Matter discount. Get that removal spell going. A Hagri Mob, more Boast, this time to deal damage to any target. Awesome to give that thing Death Touch and start pinging away. A Null, counter target artifact or enchantment. A Shimmerdrift Veil for that snow mana fixing. Look at all these pretty foils. Makes me sad to know they're going to be absolutely bent in half in a day. Starting with our uncommons, we got a Saw It Coming. And a Frost Augur, one of those premium uncommons of the set. Great. Nope, sorry, wrong one. This one's just the Snow Filter one. Kind of a little bit of a Scrying Sheets effect on his body. I thought it was the one that made Snowlands into creatures. That one's awesome. Got our foil Snow Forest. Pretty. And our first rare is from the Commander sets, a Cosmic Intervention. We got that if a 4 mana, if a permanent you control would be put into a graveyard from the battlefield this turn, exile it, and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So kind of like a blink, when things would die. Great Wrath Deterrent, awesome to foretell, great card. Alright, and our next rare is the Full Art Icebreaker Kraken. That guy is pretty good. We talked about him when we opened him in the regular box. That snow discount. Put all the artifacts and creatures your opponents control, make them not untap. Now, if they're already untapped, it does not tap them down, though. And you can get rebuy on him by bouncing 3 Snowlands. And then we have our foil rare in Ruinforged Champion. When he comes in, you get a ruin from your library or graveyard and add it to your hand. And all your ruins get discounted to 1 colorless instead of colors. Awesome little engine card. Then we got our showcase cards. We got a showcase uncommon Selva the Ice Shaper. Great little troll warrior. Kind of a Golos mini. Ramps you up. 3 mana tap to make some icy manaliths. 8 mana. Cast a spell from the top 4. Not terrible. Coming along behind him, we have our Full Art Haunting Voyage. That's really pretty. That's a nice mythic. Reanimation spell for 2 creatures that share a type. Or if you foretell it, you get, what's it called? The reanimation spell, Praetor's Call, or whatever. Get all creatures of that type back. One-sided, though. Oh, and we got a foil Selva Dice Shaper as well. Awesome double showcase of the same. And our 5th rare, or mythic, we got a foil Cosmina, God of the Voyage. This one's a multi-face card. Cosmina is a 3 mana 2/4. That at the beginning of your upkeep, you can exile her and give it a landfall ability. When land comes into battlefield under your control, if she's in exile, you can put a voyage counter on it. If you don't put the voyage counter, you bring her back. Or if you do, or if you don't put the voyage counter on, you bring her back. She gets +1/+1 and draws X cards, where X is the voyage counters on her. Awesome to charge her up. And her other face, the Omen Keel, is a vehicle. 2 mana for a 3/3 with crew 1. Whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, player exiles that many cards from the top of their library, and you may play lands from among them as long as they stay in exile. So the Omen Keel kind of feeds Kazmina, same way Kazmina can always crew your Omen Keel, and our double-faced Spirit Treasure token. Alright, not bad pack 1. Full Art Haunting Voyage, Full Art Icebreaker Kraken. Pretty good, pretty good. Double Selva, the Ice Shaper Showcase. 1 foil, 1 non-foil. That's a little ridiculous, but... Alright. We got more rares and mythics than we did uncommons in that one. Pretty good. Let's see what this next one holds for us. Alright. Starting off with the old Snakeskin Veil. That green sort of counterspell protects a creature you control. Gives a +1/+1 counter. Then continuing with our Elderfang Disciple. I'm going to call it a Relentless Rats every time we see her. Icehide Troll for that No Matters pump and indestructibility. And then following up behind that with our Ice Tunnel, Snowland, Island Swamp, Demir Snowgate. Can go up there. Got a Mistwalker for one of the best blue commons of the set. 1/4 holds it down. 2 mana to give it a +1/-1, shift it around. Starting with our uncommons, we got a Fall of the Imposter. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature, chapters 1 and 2, and then chapter 3, you exile a creature with the greatest power among creatures target opponent controls. So you pick your opponent, and then you get their most beefy creature. Second uncommon, we got a Crush the Weak for that Pyroclasm/Anger the Gods effect. Great to foretell it. Not as good as Anger the Gods, but what do you get for an uncommon? Then we got our Snowland, Snow-Covered Swamp foil. Pretty card, pretty shimmer on the snow. And then we got another Commander Rare to start us off. We got Elderfang Venom. Attacking elves get Death Touch, and whenever an elf you control dies, each opponent loses 1 and you gain 1. A little draining gain, and giving that Death Touch, awesome. Makes your opponent's blocks difficult. And following behind that, we got a Full Art Elf. Skemfar Avenger. Whenever a non-token elf or berserker you control dies, draw a card and lose a life. Following behind that, we've got our foil rare, Righteous Valkyrie. Now, people have been whispering that this card might be playable in like a mono white life gain deck, kind of like alongside Heliod, alongside something like that, as like a really strong Anthem effect. Especially since if you play one to follow it up, you gain 4 life right off the bat. Helps you get to that 7 or more life total. I don't think that's really a deck that's going to be a thing, but it's going to be a nice little side piece. Alright, so that's 3 rares. Coming into our showcases, we got Showcase Inga Ruinize. Another uncommon. Enters the battlefield, 4 mana 3/3, scry 3. And when it dies, if 3 or more creatures died this turn, you get to draw 3 fresh cards. And following behind Inga, we've got another Cosmia, God of the Voyage. I think I was throwing an extra N in there last time, Cosmia. And we know the other side's the Omen Keel. And spoiler, we got a foil uncommon, Morty of the Frost. Morte? Alright. Nice little changeling clone effect. But it can get any permanent type. But if it comes as a creature, it gets 2 additional +1/+1 counters and is all creature types. And then our last card is a full art foil rare Draugr Necromancer. Snow creature zombie cleric. Gets a little bit of a Leyline of the Void effect. token creatures and opponent control would die, exile it instead. But you can cast them because they have the ice counters on them. Not bad, not bad. Was that another fiver? Yep, that was another 5-rare pack. Crazy, crazy these things. And we've got a replicated ring, pretty foil token, or elf warrior. Alright, last one. God, these things are so, like, you get more rares and mythics than you do uncommons in these. These are absolutely bananas packs. Great way to quick build a collection, I guess. Great. I don't know if they're a good way of like chasing what you're looking for with the different arts and different variants, but they're definitely a thing. They're here to stay, and these are fun to open. Start off with a Master of the Scald for pack 3. To Scary Firewalker. We got a Snowgate, Rakdos Snowgate, and Sulphurous Mire. Red black. Deliver that Iron Verdict. 3 mana, 5 damage to target tapped creature. Foretell it for 1 white. Another removal spell and Feed the Serpent. Icebind Pillar for the old Icy Manipulator style, but it can't hit lands. A little more balanced, a little more fair. Then we got behind that the 3 Seasons, nice little hotel to stay at. We got the 3 Seasons. Awesome way to recur some snow permanents, mills to feed it, and then shuffle some cards back. We've got a Snow-Covered Plains. And then our first rare of this one, we got the Bears of Littjara. Make a Changeling, and then any number of shapeshifters get sorry guys. Any number of shapeshifters get base power and toughness 4/4, and then you choose up to 1 target creature or planeswalker, and each creature with power 4 or greater deals damage to it. Great way of removing things. Not a bad saga. Following behind that, we've got a full art Immerstrom Predator. Nice little rift on a vampire dragon. When it comes tapped, you can exile a card from a graveyard to feed it and make it bigger. And you can sack another creature to give it indestructible and tap it. And when it taps for its own ability, you get its up top trigger. Awesome card. Following behind that, we've got a foil Dream Devourer, giving all your cards in hand foretell. And then when you foretell a card, it gets +2/+0. Nice little aggro card. Following behind that, we got our uncommon showcase of Narfi, Betrayer King. Other snow and zombie creatures get +1/+1. And for 3 snow, he can come back from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Awesome recurable threat. Great snow matters. Great to have a snow lord / another zombie lord. Following behind him, we've got our showcase Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Uncounterable, indestructible, 1/1 for 4. That is always feeling attacky. Always going to go get him. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw. Great little card there. Following along with the showcase foil of Agar, the Freezing Flame. Whenever a creature or planeswalker and opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant wizard or spell you control dealt that damage to it, you draw a card. And finally, we got our full art Tyrite Sanctum, full art foil Tyrite Sanctum. Colorless land. You can also make legendary creatures into gods and put +1/+1 counters on them, or you can sacrifice it to make target god indestructible. Not bad, not bad. Another 5 rare one. And we've got our Shapeshifter token / Human Warrior token. Alright guys, those were some collector boosters. Let me know in the comments below what you think of collector boosters. Are they good for the environment? Bad for the environment? Good for collectors? too many different versions of different cards, let us know below. Drop us a like, subscribe if you want to keep seeing things. We're going to keep doing it anyway. Back to regularly scheduled programming in the next one. As always, support your local game stores, and we'll see you tomorrow.